Disguised CEO catches racist staff red-handed and delivers the ultimate payback. The cafe air was thick with quiet judgment, but it wasn't the chatter or the aroma of stale pastries that broke the morning. It was the words. "We don't serve people like you here," said Madison Vale, her voice sharp as shattered glass. Conversations froze mid-laughter. A patron whispered behind her hand. Did she just say that? Ethan Cole, coat frayed at the seams and boots dusty from the streets, paused mid-step. He looked like a wanderer. Yet there was a stillness to him that made the room tense, an almost imperceptible gravity that unsettled everyone. From behind the counter, floor manager Tyler Grant smirked. "Relax, Madison. You probably can't even pay," he said, sharing a laugh that scraped across the air like sandpaper. Ethan laid a crisp $20 bill on the counter. He said nothing, only met Madison's gaze, calm and unwavering, the kind of calm that had weathered storms most people couldn't imagine. Madison snatched the bill as if it were refused. "Just coffee? Guess we're a charity now." Ethan nodded toward a shadow corner booth, sliding into it like a captain taking command in hostile waters. His fingers brushed faint carvings, initials etched years ago, back when the cafe had been his mother's dream. Memories lingered in the checkered floor, the faint scratches in the wood telling stories of kindness and effort. Madison approached with a slab of the menu, her voice dripping indifference. "You do have money, I trust?" "Club sandwich. Black coffee. Rye, if you have it," Ethan replied, his voice low and resonant. She scribbled without looking back. Moments later, a blonde couple received warm smiles and a coveted window seat. "Better clientele, better seats," muttered Jackson Monroe, loudly enough for Ethan to hear. Silence, he knew, was discrimination's oldest accomplice. Ethan pulled a cracked phone from his pocket, fingers moving with careful precision. Madison noticed and whispered to Jaxie, who puffed up like a rooster. Sunlight spilled across the floor, casting long shadows over memories of his mother's generosity. 25 minutes later, Madison slammed down a pale, flattened sandwich beside a lukewarm cup slick with oil. "This coffee tastes old," Ethan said evenly. "What do you expect for cheap prices? This isn't fine dining." Madison snapped. Jaxie loomed beside her. "Is there a problem, sir?" "I'm only asking about freshness," Ethan replied, unshaken. "People like you should be grateful. Do you know how many real customers we have?" Jaxie sneered. Ethan lifted the sandwich meat and photographed it calmly. "What do you think you're doing?" Madison barked, snatching the plate. "If you don't like it, leave. We don't need your kind here." "My kind?" Ethan's eyes darkened with quiet disappointment. He typed something into his phone. Phase 1 complete. Document spoilage. Prepare legal entry. "I'd like the manager," he said. "You're looking at him," Jaxie boasted. "Now pay for what you ruin and get out." The door chimed as Estelle Ramirez and her teenage son entered, sensing the tension. "You can't treat customers like this," she said sharply. "Do you want to join him outside?" Tyler snapped. Madison brandished her phone. "Security's coming. Leave. Both of you." Ethan rose slowly, Madison blocking the exit. "You haven't paid for that spoiled food," she yelled. Jaxie lunged, ripping Ethan's wallet and scattering its contents across the counter like a metallic rain. But Ethan moved with unbroken dignity, gathering coins with practiced calm. He was Ethan Cole, founder and hidden CEO of the Haven Hospitality Group, reclaiming money on the floor of his own property. He placed a fresh 20 on the counter. "You have no idea what you've just done. Is that a threat?" Jaxie's hand hovered near pepper spray. "No," Ethan said softly. "A promise." The bell rang as 3 uniformed security officers entered, followed by 2 Ethelbert police. "These individuals are trespassing," Jaxie pointed. Officer Kendrick Shaw stepped forward. "Sir, you need to leave. Private property." "On what grounds?" Ethan asked coolly. Before Shaw could respond, the door burst open again. 5 figures in tailored suits entered, moving in perfect synchrony. Their polished shoes struck the tiles like a verdict, eyes fixed on Ethan. The cafe seemed to hold its breath. Jaxie's confidence faltered. Madison's phone slipped slightly. A young server who had been silent until now, stepped back cautiously. The lead figure, a tall, silver-haired woman, scanned the scene with cold precision. Ethan met her gaze, lips forming the faintest, unreadable smile. The stage was set. The corner booth, his mother's legacy, and the quiet reckoning waiting to unfold. Attorney Teresa Vaughn, Chief Legal Counsel for Haven Hospitality Group. Remove your hands from Mr. Cole immediately. Her badge glinted in the fluorescent light. Madison went pale. Jaxie's phone trembled in his hand, still broadcasting live. Mr. Cole, per your instructions, we've documented 17 health code violations, 9 instances of overt racial discrimination in the last 90 minutes, and 27 affidavits regarding systemic bias under current management, Teresa continued. She turned to the police. You are about to arrest the owner and founder of this entire chain. I suggest reconsidering unless you want a federal lawsuit naming you personally. Another suited figure stepped forward, the regional health inspector. Based on preliminary findings triggered by Mr. Cole's report, I am shutting this location down immediately. The level of spoilage is a public health hazard. Ethan straightened his coat, dignity fully restored. Yes, he said, his voice filling the stunned silence. Ethan Cole, the man who built this chain to honor his mother's legacy, the man they tried to throw out of his own café. My mother, he began, the weight of history in his voice, was refused service in this very building in 1958. She waited 4 hours for a cup of coffee that never came. I bought this place so that no one would ever be denied the simple dignity of a meal. Teresa connected her laptop to the cafe screen, and security footage began to play. Weeks of Jaxie and Madison's casual cruelty documented in high definition. Jaxie serving spoiled food intentionally to minority patrons. Madison adding phantom service fees. 6 months of undercover investigation had captured the truth. Officer Kowalski looked aghast. Mr. Cole, sir, couldn't you? Or did you simply see what you expected to see? Ethan's tone was quiet but lethal. A man in worn clothes is automatically the problem? Jaxie finally found his voice, a high-pitched squeak. You can't do this. This is entrapment. No, Ethan corrected, eyes locking on him. This is accountability. If I had walked in here in a $1,000 suit, you would have danced for me, but that would not have shown me the truth. The truth is what you do when no one important is watching. Estelle stepped forward. Mr. Cole, thank you. This happens everywhere. I failed, Ethan admitted. I trusted the wrong people with my mother's legacy. Different police officers called by Teresa entered. Jaxie was placed under arrest. Charges read, assault, civil rights violations, and food safety crimes. Madison tried to flee, only to trip over the exact spot where she had forced Ethan to kneel. Samantha Miller, Jaxie Monroe, you are terminated. Effective immediately, Ethan announced. Officer Shaw, your security company's contract with Haven Hospitality Group is severed. You will hear from my legal department. I have kids. Madison wailed from the floor. The mothers you refuse to serve properly have children, too, Ethan replied. Factual, devoid of cruelty or mercy. He addressed the remaining patrons, the silent witnesses. Every one of you who saw this and said nothing, you are complicit. Every time you choose comfort over conscience, you water the seeds of hatred. Jaxie was led away in handcuffs, his live stream still rolling, broadcasting his humiliation to thousands. This is America, he shouted. Yes, Ethan replied, a profound finality in his voice. It is America where actions have consequences, even for those who thought they were untouchable. The obsidian ledger was balanced. Justice, though slow, had arrived with sudden, undeniable force. The silence that followed was not defeat. It was a dawn breaking over accountability, dignity, and the reclamation of a legacy long abused.